Good afternoon, morning, whatever. And today we are going to cover our second part of our Ralph Klein Park visit. This one's going from Ralph Klein Park back to Harvie Passage. Considerably easier to follow because we were on the path the whole way. We didn't have the kerfuffle like we did on the first video in this scene. Right here, we are at Ralph Klein Park. We've had our lunch. We looked at the pyramid or whatever they have here, this statue, and the ponds are part of the park. And off to the right there, is the environmental center. It's closed right now, closed for the season. We enjoyed our time there. It was very peaceful. I don't know what it'd be like in the summertime. Probably be a lot of birds theoretically, and a lot of tourists. They've got some nice facilities here. They've got a nice playground for the kids, interpretive center for the adults and the kids. Lots of birds to see. We saw a ton of birds on the way out and a ton of birds on the way back. So the Ralph Klein Park center is right there to the right. We weren't able to get into that because it was closed. This is in September, but it was a nice sunny day, beautiful day. It took us about an hour and a half to get out here. It's probably going to only take us about an hour to get home. The hour and a half, a good part of that was because we took the wrong road and got lost. So this route reversed would be the way to get to Ralph Klein Park. We took some really bad turns, but we enjoyed our visit here. Um, make sure you got your sunglasses and everything like that, because in the summertime when the sun is blaring, I bet you it is hot out here. There is no shade or very little shade anywhere. And we're off and running, heading back home. Now we've sped up the video just to shorten it so people can stick with the video the whole time through. So the park is behind us to the left and park behind us to the right. And so this is the largest man-made wetlands in North America, I believe. Quite a feat, quite a thing that they did there. I imagine it's habitat for ducks and all sorts of fowl. Okay, 84th Street, and that runs north to south, and we're heading north. So relatively straight and narrow, that kind of thing. People whizzing by us, and thankfully they've got a bit of a shoulder here, so you can be off the road and away from the cars and trucks. We had a good time at Ralph Klein. Looks like that truck passed us twice. Deja vu, wow. Apparently, we followed the wide canal, and that goes a long way. I've never seen where it goes to. But once we get out here and where we turn left, if we turned right, that pathway continues, and some people use it to go all the way around the city. Um, we're not quite prepared for that today. We did about a 60-kilometer round trip on this one. Nice thing about this whole trip is that there's hardly any hills. It's pretty flat. And here's the municipality of Shepard. There's industrial complexes, some houses, and a few things like that. I visited somebody out here one time. It's very, let's say, rural, but with the city amenities, that kind of thing. Community center on to the right, some industrial areas to the left. Typical prairie road. straight as the day is long. Don't worry, we're not going that fast. We are. I sped the video up just to get it through a little quicker. Hey, if you like this, please hit the subscribe and the notifications. I welcome comments. Please comment on any of my videos. Hopefully, so that I can assist or help you or improve my videos. You'll see the chapters in the comments. I'm going to put chapters in on this one so that you can just click to where you want to go. I'm an affiliate with VidIq, so if you're starting a YouTube channel and or want to improve your channel, you should try VidIq. And you can try it for free using my URL, and that would be vidiq.com/D Surgison. Give it a try, and you get to try it for free. And if you like it, it will really help you improve your channel. I'm glad it was a nice clear day today. There was no rain clouds, no wind. Oh wait, no, there was wind. The wind always seemed to be in our face, but it was okay. So now we cross the canal, and you can go to the right, and that'll go out of the city. And we're going to go to the left, and we got this. They really don't want you going through this gate. It's they could have made that gate just a little bit wider. It was a tough one to get through, and that's the WYD canal on our left there. And that comes right from Harvie Passage. I believe they use that water for irrigation around the city. Pathways are in good shape. And we're coming up to Stoney Trail. So Stoney Trail is the ring road for Calgary. Good way to get around if you're on in a car. And I guess if in a pinch you had some rain or you needed to stop in some shade, you could stop under the underpass. These trails seem to be fairly well maintained. There is a few sections along this pathway where it's kind of broken up from the roots of the trees. And that's a problem, I think, on most of the pathways. Those poplars, they really push things up, make it a little bit rough. But I definitely prefer going on the pathways rather than going on shared with vehicles. Sometimes I feel like you're invisible when you're on a bike. Lots of fowl and waterfowl along here. Geese and ducks, merganser ducks, wood ducks. The mergansers look like they're fishing. They seem to have a lot of fun. They're kind of, I'm not sure what kind of, if they're related to loons or not, but they certainly look like loons. They swim like loons. Anyhow, if you were wanting to do a little bit of cardio on your bike, this would be a good path for you because there's not very much cross traffic or anything like that, and the pathways are pretty much open, and you could probably just let her dangle and head out and go. And on the other side of the gateway there, you can go all the way out to the north part of the city. Apparently, lots of people use that whole route going around the whole city. It's over 100 miles. It's a long day. It's a really long day. We had perfect weather for this trip. It was around 20 degrees. It was sunny. We had some wind, mind you. The wind was blowing in our face most of the time. I think we were pretty sacked out by the time we got home. You can see the railway on the left there across the canal, and on the right here we've got a trucking trailer park area. It'd be interesting to explore where the wide canal actually goes to. I haven't looked it up on a map, but most of this trip is paralleling that canal, right from Harvie Passage right to where we turn off on 84th Street and head south towards Ralph Klein. But that canal keeps on going. Coming up to Barlow, we're going to cross Barlow underneath. One of the busier roadways down this way. And you can see right here we're going across some rough areas where the trees have buckled the roadway a little bit. You can see there's not very much traffic on this pathway. And an area where they repaired it, new pavement. Nice and smooth. We were just sailing along here very nicely, very smoothly. This is the third long trip that we've taken this year. We did we went all the way around Nose Hill Park, and we did that east to west, and it was pretty hilly. And then we went to from the northwest down to Fish Creek and back home again. For the most part, that was fairly flat. It was quite long, though. It was a 78 kilometer voyage. And then this one was about 60 kilometers and very flat. And it would have been a much better voyage if I would have followed GPS on the way out. We missed two or three really critical areas that we could have hooked up to the pathway, and instead we went through town. All right, so we're crossing over to the other side of the canal now. We're right in the center of the industrial part of Calgary, the south, where there's trucking yards and manufacturing and warehouses galore. My cat decided that she needed to be out of the room. So if you heard some meowing, that was my cat. So on the way out on the left-hand side, we'd detected there was an area where there was some picnic tables, and we had decided that we were going to have our lunch there. It's beyond here a little ways. Quite a few trees, more shade in this area. Yeah, not very much residential down in this area. Hey, hit that like button, subscribe, notifications, comment if you like. I really do like and value the comments that people make. It helps me improve my channel. I can answer questions, or you can give me some advice of whatever you want to do. Anyhow, I want to interact with the viewers. The other thing is, most of my viewers are not subscribers. Only about 5% of my viewers are subscribed to the channel. So please subscribe if you like these kind of trips. Exploring Calgary, looking at things, biking. Pathway is pretty smooth along here. And you can see by the canal it's pretty smooth. There's not a whole bunch of wind. Homeless area on the right across the canal. They had a generator and everything. I think we're coming up to the area here. Just off to the left here, there's a 2 or 3 picnic tables, and it's in the shade. So we stopped and had a snack. Yeah, right in here. It was a nice little area. A little noisy because there's a scrapyard just to the left there. And we're off and running. And you can see the city off to the left. We're getting closer. I think that's the Deerfoot off the left there too. Railroad tracks, Deerfoot, canal. We've got them all right here. Coming up to 50th Avenue. And I think that is where we entered the pathway on the way out. It was not the easiest way to get to it and everything like that. So this time we're going to bypass that and stay on the pathway and find out where it comes out. Yeah, that was where we entered the pathway. And coming up to Deerfoot and going under it. So this whole area is crisscrossed with roads and intersections and trails and pathways, and just across the railroad tracks there. And evidence of campers everywhere in this area. Bit of a problem, I guess. A little shadier along here. Pathway is still in good shape. This guy was hitchhiking. He was just messing around. He was okay. All was fine. He was just messing around. We laughed. Been quite a journey doing all the Calgary pathways the last couple of years. Really enjoyed it. I get to find new places and explore them, see new paths, see new stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of pathways through here. This was a little bit dodgy here, but the guy stopped and let me through. And we're back to the crossing the Deerfoot Trail. Now, talking about dodgy, this underpass is very, very low. So you have to get off your bike, go through this gateway, which was not the easiest thing to do. Yeah, it was pretty close to your head there. So yeah, you wouldn't want to go through there on your bike. You'd probably knock yourself out. Like I said, it was a little bit dodgy, but it got us through. And back on the regular pathway. Yeah, we're paralleling the Deerfoot right here. And some campers in that bush to the left. Yeah, somebody came roaring out of there just out of control. And here's the ramp up to 84th Street, or Blackfoot Trail. This is where we should have entered the pathway from Harvie Passage, but we bypassed it. We missed it. We are on Blackfoot Trail Southeast, crossing Deerfoot. And you can see the city off to the right center. This part of the pathway is very smooth and well maintained. Lots of traffic on here on certain days. And we're passing over the Bow River. And down around the corner past the pump park. It's pretty busy. This is new. This pump park is new. And be cautious on this corner because people are sailing by pretty fast going both directions. Thanks for watching. Ride safe. Like, subscribe. Notifications, please. Any comments would be welcome. You have an awesome day. We're coming up to Harvie Passage here. One of our favorite spots. One of our very, very peaceful places to sit, have a coffee. Nice and shady. Usually stuff happening here.